Attention nostalgics. Trigger warning. Today's episode discussion includes sensitive topics surrounding sexual assault and harassment. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. If you or someone you know has experienced sexual assault, help is available. You can reach the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 1-800-6564-673-SAFE or visit online.rain.org for confidential support.
Hello, my nostalgics, and welcome back to another episode of Back Then with Nay. Today, y'all already know what today is. Today is Throwback Thursday. Yes, you heard that right. Today is a serious topic. We'll be talking about that time that Good Times covered sexual assault and sexual abuse. Sometimes, you know, Good Times will make you laugh. Sometimes it'll make you cry. And sometimes they got just downright serious. Today, you do not want to miss it. Get your popcorn, get your drink, get whatever you need, because we about to get into this video. Let's go. If you are new here, make sure you drop a peace sign so I know that you are new here. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, drop a disco ball so I know that you have been watching your girl. Thank y'all. We are almost to 2K. Like we like this close. So you like, you comment, you subscribe, hit that post notification bell so you'll be amongst the first to know whenever I post a video. Let's get into this video. Now, this is season 6. So if you know anything about Good Times, you know this is the last season. So a lot has changed. Willona now has custody of Penny. If you don't know Penny, she is played by the young Janet Jackson on here. Everybody know that she is most known for that episode when she was burnt by the iron by her mama. That's the most known episode of Good Times as far as season, I think 5 and 6 go. But yes, that is Penny. So this episode opens up with Keith and Thelma. They're already married. They're newlyweds. And they just kissing up a storm, y'all. They're just kissing up a storm. Penny walks in. Penny sees them kissing and she's all giggly because, you know, she's a child, right? So stuff like that is funny, or either or, you know, she thinks it's funny, right? And so then Willona walks in and Willona's like, what y'all doing? Like, this is way too much. Y'all doing way too much. This is y'all kissing in front of my daughter. This is just inappropriate. This is what she's thinking, okay?
There's people here. Penny, why aren't you home watching Sesame Street?
Because Big Bird can't park her.
What?
Mom, they're just messing around.
Messing around? Now, where'd you learn that?
The kids in school use it so they won't have to say sex.
That's not funny.
You can see how upset Willona is about this whole situation. So she does tell Penny to go home. Then after that, she runs into Florida because obviously that's Florida's home. Her and Florida, they're folding clothes and Penny wants to help. And so Penny comes across some of Keith's boxer, and I don't know why Willona she blows up. She's like, oh no, you ain't finna be folding clothes. I guess because they are men's boxers, and I get it, but it's kind of like, okay, you're doing too much, okay? You're doing too much, okay? So her and Florida get to talking, and she starts to tell her about Penny's friend that is pregnant, okay? Tina, she's only 13 years old. Willona is just so upset about the situation. She even gets into telling Florida that, you know, Keith and Thelma are out of line. She in her house. Mind you, these people grown up in this house. But she gets to telling Florida how, you know, she's wrong for letting Keith and Thelma kiss all over the place and stuff. And Florida's like, they grown, they married, they're newlyweds. What do you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to do about these grown people who are enjoying themselves? So then they get into other stuff where she's basically like, you know, I don't want to teach her about that. Because if I teach Penny about it, she's going to want to do it. And her and Florida just go back and forth. Y'all about to see.
Your intimate garments out of sight.
Intimate garments? Oh, you mean...
Oh, Keith, shut up. I know what I mean. I don't like.
Newlyweds?
Yes.
Well, that's because they are newlyweds. What do you want them to do, arm wrestle?
Penny's friend Tina, age 13, is pregnant.
Oh, no.
Yes, the babies are having babies now. She had to drop out of school.
But I think it's time you explained to her about sex.
Oh, honey, you talking about my daughter. I'm not going to explain that to her until she's ready.
All right, so as y'all can see, Florida was trying to tell her the right thing. Walona still wasn't going. They have this big falling out, y'all. I mean, they into it real bad. I'm talking about they get to the point where they tussling almost with the clothes. Like, Walona starts to help her, and baby, they tussling. Y'all, I'm for real. Like, this is my first time ever seeing Walona and Florida in this light and them being this, like, upset with each other. So it was crazy.
It's on my daughter, and she may not come back in here no more.
This is my laundry. Goodbye, Mother Goose. Little lady who lives in a shoe. Got one child and don't know what to do.
I feared that Florida Evans ate Walona up. Like, it's not a funny situation, y'all, so don't get me wrong. I'm not laughing at the actual situation, but Florida was telling her right. I agree with Florida. I think that telling Penny about that topic, I feel like it will at least, make her aware of the situation and educate her on it, is what I'm trying to say. So educating her child on, especially being 13 years old, being a preteen, and she's getting older, her body's developing, she needs to know. And so Walona was just like, I don't want to tell her because they're gonna make her want to do it. And I don't think that's necessarily true, because if, in all honesty, if you don't tell them, baby, they're gonna find out from the world. That's exactly what Florida was saying. So you want a teacher, or you want some man or some boy to teach her. That's what Florida was kept trying to tell her. Y'all, I got 2 girls myself. I feel the same way Florida. So I'm with Florida on this one, y'all. I'm with Florida on this one. So I'm so happy that they are bringing awareness to this topic. Walona also tells Penny that Tina, the one that's pregnant, has the stomach mumps. That it's the stomach mumps. And Penny is believing that. And not only that, she's actually saying, oh, well, to me, Tina looks pregnant. So that means Penny already knows about pregnancy and stuff, but her mama lying to her, and she already basically know her mama been lying at this point. So y'all finna see in this next clip where Penny's like, I could have sworn Tina was pregnant though. And Florida's like, so you know about this pregnancy stuff? Like, so your mama, you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, Penny ain't even supposed to be over there, because Walona don't even want her daughter over there no more because she mad with Florida. But y'all about to see.
You see, Tina's real sick, and I'm not supposed to be around her, or else I can catch it.
Did your mother tell you that? Stomach mom shots.
To me, it looks like she's pregnant.
What did you say, Penny?
I said it looks like she's pregnant.
You know about being pregnant?
Sure. I hear the girls giggling about it in school. Sometimes I want to ask them, but then I feel sort of dumb about it.
Exactly why. So what she said, that's exactly why it is important to teach your kids and educate your kids, okay? Like, she was saying how she feels dumb about it. She feels out of touch with it. She don't know anything what's going on. And that doesn't mean like she trying to be grown. She just wants to know, y'all, I promise you, kids need to be educated on things. I'd rather educate my child on it than anybody else. Okay, I'd rather be the one that tell my child about certain topics instead of learning it, like I said before, from the world. So as y'all can see how upset that made Florida a little bit, like, wow, like this girl been knew about it, but look at her saying like she feel dumb. And so in the next scene, Florida sits her down and she's about to tell her, and Walona walks in. Walona's very, very upset once she see what's about to happen. She sends Penny home once again, y'all. And her and Florida kind of go back at it again. And this whole episode is just basically her and Florida bickering over this same topic. The unimaginable happens as they're like going back and forth. Penny walks in, y'all, and she has been a victim of sexual assault, y'all. And I didn't see this one coming. Okay. When I first initially seen this episode, I was like, okay, who's stomach moms? What are they talking about? So I'm thinking that this is just going to be like them educating her on sex and stuff. But y'all, it does turn kind of violent, and her hair is all messed up and stuff. And y'all about to see in this next scene, it gets crazy. Okay. Before she sends Penny to her house. So after she walks in and Penny's there and Florida's about to talk to her, guess what Penny say? Penny say, I wish I had a baby. So I just want to say that because that's when Walona really go off, okay? And then that's when Penny walks back in and all that has happened, okay? So let's get into it.
I am saying, Walona Woods, that your little fairy princess is waking up to the real world while you are still having babies with stomach mumps.
Tell a child that her friend is pregnant. It could cause her to have a trauma.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I would tell her when she was ready. And I will decide when she's ready. Me, not you. Honey,
He wouldn't give them to me.
who wouldn't give you what, baby? What's the matter?
I went to get the gym shorts.
You went to Tina's?
No, you told me not someone else, but she wasn't home. So brother brought them to me. But when I met him in the hall, he said he wouldn't give it to me if I didn't let him. If I didn't let him. Did he try to do that? Did I do anything wrong? I told him they were fit.
As y'all can see, Penny is traumatized, as she should be, because that situation right there was very scary for her. She didn't understand what was going on. She didn't understand what the boy wanted from her. As you can see, her hair's messed up, so evidently he tried her, okay? She didn't know. She didn't know what was going on. As you can see, she's trying to blame herself. All of this is because Walona, her mother, would not tell her what was going on and what, you know what I'm saying, what to expect out of certain things and how to protect herself. And so this is what all this boils down to. I'm so happy that they covered a topic like this because this still is important to this very day, if not even more important right now. I have 2 girls, y'all, like I said, and they will know everything they need to know, okay, before I send them out in this world, this crazy world. The world does not love your kids, okay, as much as you do. I'm just saying. This world is very evil. It can be very evil. And so it is so important to tell your kids about the things they need to know, these topics. I do fear that nowadays we are having conversations way too early with our kids, but it's almost like we have to, all right? Because they're being exposed in school and different spaces, and you have to tell them and educate them, right? So after this incident, Florida tells her, go home and talk to her. So Walona finally takes her home and talks to her. And then the episode ends there. What I take from it is Florida was a very good friend. With Walona being a new mother, right? She didn't have Penny for very long. She really didn't raise Penny. She had her at like a certain age to this age. So she really wasn't like knowing what to do, right? And so that's why Florida was telling her, you know, you got one child, you don't even know what to do. And she was telling her, right, like she's a really good friend. Y'all let me know in the comments, how do you feel? Like I understand where Walona was coming from. I totally get it. Those conversations are so uncomfortable, and sometimes you want to just avoid it, but it's best not to avoid those type of conversations, especially with your children in this day and age. So I'm so happy that they covered this. I hope you have enjoyed this video, y'all. I hate that this topic is the topic that we had to talk about. To do like to highlight certain situations, especially when it's something like this, right? And to show you that back in the day, they still covered it. They cover it now even more in depth now. But I think they did a really good job at this episode. Like I said, normally Good Times is very entertaining, funny, you know, you might cry sometimes, but this one is very serious. Okay. So yeah. So I hope you have enjoyed this throwback, this recap, this review of this episode. But again, make sure you like, you comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a video. Y'all, I'll see y'all next week on Throwback Thursday. I love y'all so much. Bye.